Hello, guys. Good morning, everyone. How's everything? How's life? And tonight, it's another episode with my Facebook Live. And welcome to my Facebook channel. This, hi, Miss Lorna. Thank you for watching. This is actually a form of learning and education that is not traditional. This is actually a modern type of education because we are in a setting of, it's all over the world, and it's not a typical teaching in the four corners of the room. And I am happy to share with you what I have in my mind, in my brain, in my gray and white matter, in my hypothalamus, my right and left brain. So I'm very happy to impart my knowledge and eventually become wisdom. Thank you, my former classmate in high school, Mr. Elias Taragua. Now he's watching in KSA. And of course, all my followers and fans all over the world. So with my bashers and haters, welcome to my channel. Okay? This is Pete, your digital influencer, your teacher in life, your financial educator, and your friend. Okay? Thank you, Miss Lalang Bangkil, for watching. Okay, tonight's episode is essential, most especially for the grown-ups. Like, everybody really wanted to have a piece of real estate. Why? Because real estate is an important aspect of your life to achieve. We must have a place that we will call our own, either a commercial space, a house and lot, or a building, or even a condo units. I mean, it's very fulfilling, and you have a nice feeling when you have your own place, when you enter your own home. I mean, the title, the property is really yours. So, guys, bear with me. You have to have your own property, whether it's a condominium, but of course, you have to have a house. But for me, what I did is I invested first in a condominium or condo units because I will convert that one into a condotel in which it will give me a passive income. The house, maybe after a few years when I already have a lot of money, then I will build, or I will construct a mansion like 5 to 10 bedroom. Why not, right? Or maybe with a swimming pool when I'm already a billionaire. Oh, I am very ambitious. I'm so sorry for that. But I don't have to say sorry. It's for me. Being ambitious is actually free. Dreaming big is free. But it's up to you if you are going to work hard, work smart, and you have to achieve your goal in life. Okay? But before we will start about this topic, the tips when buying, pre-selling, and RFO properties, or ready for occupancy. If you have been watching me for the past few days, I think that was yesterday, I was telling you, I discussed differentiating between the pre-selling and ready for occupancy properties. Okay? But before we will start, I will ask you these following questions. Okay? Number one, as what you think, what are the three requirements when buying a real estate? Okay, Mr. Yanni, what do you think is your opinion? Can you write it down? What do you think what are the requirements when buying a real estate or a property? Anybody knows? Then later I'll get back to that. The number two question is that what is HLURB? Okay, that's the second question. What is HLURB? Okay, later I'll be right back, and after the discussion, I will explain to you. I think money. No. Sorry for that. Nice try. Okay, Later, I'll be right back and discussing what are the answers for the two questions. Okay, guys. Here are the tips when buying a pre-selling property. Okay. Later, also I'll be discussing the company, the real estate company that I am affiliated into. Okay. Number one, this is for pre-selling property. Okay, you have to choose a reputable developer that boasts of existing condominiums. Okay, you have to do a research, a background of a reputable developer. You know why? I have a client here in Singapore, and she's a businesswoman. She's already rich here in Singapore, and she bought 3 condo units in the Philippines, but an unknown developer. And you know what happened? She paid everything, the equity. She already paid the down payment. Everything has been paid, but you know what? There's no building. There was no condominium built. There's nothing. Why? Because the developer itself is not a reputable one. They don't have enough fund, they don't have enough money to build the condo project. So that's the number one tip when buying a real estate. Okay? You have to choose a reputable developer that already have the evidence. They already have the existing condominiums. Okay, like for SMDC, all of our condo projects are actually real, and everything is also delivered. Oh my gosh, that was a tragedy of having no reputable developer. Exactly, it's a tragedy. That's yeah. It's like it's so pathetic. It's so stressful, so problematic. Like you paid everything, few millions, and then there's no condominium under your name. That's disgusting and that's horrible. Okay, that's number one. Number two, you have to do a background check on your broker or sales agent. Yeah, I have another friend as well here in Singapore. She's also a businesswoman selling fish in the market. They have their own stall. She and her husband. They also bought a property, not SMDC. I think that's Century Properties or Ayala. Then you know what? The money, they actually give it to the sales agent, to the broker. Then you know what happened? The broker never submit or never send the money to the developer. So it's a very big problem. Like why like that? So guys, if you are going to invest in a property, you have to do a background check on your broker or sales agent. And to be exact, you can actually ask the PRC number of your licensed broker, property broker. You have to ask the license and the PRC, Professional Regulations Commission number. From the PRC itself, you can check the website, okay, or the sales agent. As for me, I am not the licensed one, but I am accredited by SMDC. I have trained, I attended training, and I have the what do you call this, accreditation card, and I have the business card as well. So you can check on that. Okay, that's number two. Number three, you have to deal with a licensed or a verified sales agent. As I have mentioned, you have to ask the PRC number or Professionals Regulation Commission number, PRC professional number, and accredited or verified sales agent. You have to ask the ID and call the developer. For example, me, right? I will give you my ID, my business card, then you can ask SMDC, the database, the office, like, is Pete a verified or accredited seller of SMDC? Then you can do that, Last time, like, Chris Aquino was very upset with me and she wanted me to be fired from SMDC. But sorry, guys, I have a very good backer in SMDC. So Chris Aquino was not successful to fire me in SMDC because I am an accredited and a verified sales agent of SMDC. I love SMDC, and SMDC makes me richer and a millionaire. Thank you for watching my cousin Virgie Husol Curada. Another has an entrepreneurial mindset. She's actually having a good life now. I mean, having some business in Burgos, particularly in Igang. Okay, number 4 is you have to pick a location that will eventually or potentially become a business district. Don't buy a condominium somewhere in like in Surigao when there's no people, or in island in Tawi-Tawi, or in Basilan, or in Batanes. Like, how could you how could you have a profit with that if you're going to convert your condotel as your condo as a condotel if you buy particularly in a very remote areas? So you have to buy your condo or your property in a potentially business district area. Okay, thank you Ate June for watching. The number 5, ask about promotions, about discounts, about rewards, about payment terms available. So you can ask me if sometimes SMDC were giving like 10% off, 7% discount, or we're having this like discount in reservation fees and something like that. Okay, the number 6 tip in buying when buying a pre-selling property in real estate is that you have to verify the project with the HLURB. Okay, that was my question earlier. What is HLURB? Okay, I asked that. Again, you have to verify the project with the HLURB. HLURB stands for Housing and Land Use Regulatory Board. Again, HLURB stands for Housing and Land Use Regulatory Board. And what is that? Okay, HULRB is actually a national government agency, okay, that is being tasked as the planning, regulatory, and quasi-judicial body for the land use development and real estate and housing regulation. So when you're buying a property, you have to, in the village or a condominium, you have to consult HULRB or Housing and Land Use Regulatory Board. Okay, guys? Then, next topic is the tips when buying an RFO property. RFO means ready for occupancy. Thank you, Madam Jocelyn Kabuga Isyang, for watching. Okay, and now you are learning about real estate. Okay, RFO is ready for occupancy, meaning the building is already there, the condo project is ready, then the amenities are ready, the swimming pool, basketball court, tennis court, whatever. Okay, and these are the tips when buying an RFO or ready for occupancy property. Number 1, this is important, okay? You have to visit the condo or the village of your choice and tour the building and amenities. Okay? Again, when buying an RFO property, you have to visit the condo or village of your choice and have the tour the building and amenities. Okay? Number 2 is that you ask the residents about the pros and cons of living there. You ask the negative or the positive aspect of the particular community in which you are going to invest. Okay? Number 3, you have to choose a reputable developer again. Because why? When you, as I have mentioned earlier, I have few examples. If the developer is bankrupt or not enough money, then that's a problem. You are paying everything and then there's no condo or there's no unit for you. Okay? Next is you have to deal with a licensed broker or a verified sales agent. Okay? Next, you have to be ready with your documents. And what are the documents? For example, of course, you have your money, more or less 300 to 500,000 for the down payment, because if the property is RFO, you have to have a down payment from 5 to 20% of the total contract price of the property. Okay? Then also your pay slips or your source of income. Yeah, that's correct, Ate Mary Jane Kagalawan. SMDC is not just reputable developer, but very reputable. We are number one. We are the richest and we are the largest real estate developer in the Philippines with a market cap of 1 trillion pesos or 20 billion dollars. US dollars, okay? Next is you have to get a pre-approved from a financing institution if you need a home loan. And what are those? Like Pag-ibig or any banks. But for SMDC, we don't accept Pag-ibig bank loan, Pag-ibig housing loans. We only have bank loan and in-house. But I do not recommend to in-house financing. Why? It's very expensive. For example, in a bank loan, right, the interest per annum is roughly 5 to 9%. Is that corrected? Very reputable. Yeah, that's correct. Okay. For the bank loan, the price range interest is 5 to 9%, some 6%, 7, 8 per annum. While in-house loan is actually 18 to 20%. It's too expensive. If you borrow like 2 million, the interest for in-house may be 1.8 million. In a bank, for 2 million, if you borrow 2 million, roughly 800 to 900,000. It depends how long, 5, 10 years, 15 years, or 20 years. But another tip, if you want to borrow money from the bank, the maximum is actually 10 years. Or the best is just you pay it for 5 years. Because for 15 years or 20 years, you will die for the interest. So if you have money, the best way to buy or acquire real estate is to have to buy it cash. But of course, if you don't have enough cash, then no choice. We have to use bank loan. But at the end of the day, if your property is you are renting it out for other people, then somebody is helping you to pay for the loan. And actually, that is called good debt. Okay, it's not bad debt. Bad debt is you are borrowing money from other people and then there's no income generating for that. For example, you go for a vacation or you buy an Hermes bag. Hermes bag for what? If you're earning 100 million, then you can buy 100 Hermes bag. No problem, right? Like, don't follow me, guys. You know, before, I have this poor mindset. Like, every month, I have my pay, I have my salary. Oh, like, 100,000 is more than that. So, I have to buy LV bags. I have to buy Gucci. I have Ferragamo. I have 24 pieces of Ray-Bans. I have 46 pieces of perfume. I have 24 pairs of shoes. And you know what? I stopped buying all those. And you know what? This 2 to 3 years, I don't take a holiday. Because when I went to the Maldives, I spent 8 to 10,000 US dollars for 10 days. Like, I'm feeling so rich, like I'm fabulous. I went to the Maldives, I have this beautiful life. But you know what, when I came back to Singapore, oh my God, I already have $50. What I did, I pawned a piece of gold. Because I have some gold, I have jewelries, I have 7 necklaces, I have a few rings and a bangle. So what I did, after the holiday, I have had a fabulous holiday in the Maldives. Like, oh, I feel so rich with all the jacuzzi, the swimming pool, and then you have your private bar, and you have the water villas. Like, life is beautiful, life is this. But you know what is wrong? Like, after 10 days, I spent 8 to 10,000 US dollars. Then when I came back to Singapore, I was poor. So I was just acting rich. You know, I am not true rich that time. So I have to change my mind. And that's why I'm teaching you guys, because don't follow my footsteps. Like, you know, my LV bags, my shoes, my Ray-Bans, everything, it's inside the drawer. And now it has a lot of alikabok with all the, not good, you know. That's why I'm teaching you. Anyway, I have to give you the answers for what are the three requirements when buying a real estate. Okay, guys, it's actually three things. The requirements to when buying real estate is location, location, location. Again, the requirements to buy your own real estate is always location, location, location. And if we will add up number four, it should be the reputable developer. And of course, I will recommend, and I love my own company, SMDC. Okay. Then number two, as I have asked earlier, what is HLURB? It stands for Housing and Land Use Regulatory Board. Is a national government agency that is regulating and planning, and a quasi-judicial body for land use development and real estate and housing regulation. Okay, before I will end this one, I have to say hello to all my fans all over the world, and of course, I have to plug again the company I am working with, SMDC. SMDC is owned by Henry C. And Henry C is the richest Filipino and the richest man in Southeast Asia. Henry C is richer than the richest Singaporean, richest Thai, richest Indonesian, or richest Malaysian, or richer than even the Sultan of Brunei. Okay? And in fact, he is the 52nd richest man in the world with an asset of 20 billion US dollars. He owns SM, Banco de Oro, China Bank, National University, Watson, H&M, Uniqlo, IKEA Philippines, and so many things. They even own Tagaytay Highlands. You know how much the house there? Like 300 million house and lot. But your neighbors are like Sharon Cuneta or Arab or Vilma Santos or the billionaires, the millionaires of the Philippines. When you are staying in Tagaytay Highlands, it's something like Switzerland with all the pine trees and everything like that. Anyway, guys, I hope you learned from tonight's episode about the tips when buying pre-selling or ready for occupancy properties. Again, we still have a few units in SMDC Lane Residences in Davao City. Only 7,200 pesos. You can already avail a condo unit for your own. Okay? And then, you also have properties in Rizal, only 2.8 million pesos. In Pampanga, like 1 million pesos house and lot. But of course, in Mall of Asia, now it's a bit expensive. Because as I have mentioned again and again and again, way back in 2015, when I purchased my condo unit in Mall of Asia, in Shore 2 Residences, it was only 2.9 million pesos. And now it already cost 7 million pesos. So if you have enough money to invest, then you have to invest in real estate. Okay? Guys, thank you so much, and I'm hoping and looking forward to see you again for tomorrow night or next few days for more episodes of teaching you about life, about health, wealth management, how to be better, how to be good, and almost everything we will tackle. You can also give me some suggestions of what to discuss, okay? Guys, I have to go now because I have to eat my dinner. Bye-bye. God bless everyone.